I genuinely thought I was doing everything right, and somehow I still hated how I looked in a bikini. The weirdest part, everyone around me thought I was the picture of health. I had lost over 60 pounds. I went from about 205 pounds to 140. I was doing CrossFit 6 days a week, sometimes even 7. Some days I would do CrossFit in the morning and then go crush an Orange Theory class at night. I stayed away from carbs. I avoided sweets. I was lifting some of the heaviest weights in the gym. I was winning Metcons left and right. My heart rate was pretty incredible. From the outside, I looked like the healthiest person in the room. But every time I looked in the mirror, something wasn't adding up. I didn't see muscle. I saw someone who was tired, soft, and still completely uncomfortable in her own body. I still leaned back at the pool so my stomach would look flatter. I avoided eating if I was in a bathing suit because I was terrified I'd bloat. I'd run to the bathroom every chance I got because somehow I convinced myself an emptier stomach meant I'd look leaner. My cycle was irregular. I was exhausted. And the craziest part, I genuinely believed there was nothing else I could do. I remember thinking, do I just add another workout? Do I eat less? Because what else was left? I was already training 8 or 9 times a week. But then I hired a coach. Honestly, I almost didn't because I thought, what could they possibly teach me, right? I'm already the fittest one in my friend circle. I already knew nutrition. I lifted heavy. I worked harder than almost everyone I knew, right? I thought I had discipline. And then my coach looked at me and basically said, girl, you're doing too much. You're under fueling. You're not recovering. You're afraid of carbs. And despite lifting heavy, you're not actually strength training. You're moving heavy weight fast, but you're never giving your muscles the time or fuel they need to actually grow and get leaner. That conversation completely changed how I looked at fitness and nutrition. Instead of doing more, I actually trained less. I rested more. I also ate more. I started to slowly add carbs without fear. I stopped trying to leave every workout dripping in sweat and exhausted and stopped chasing splat points. What I started to do was I chased adaptation. Right? Fast forward a decade. I'm now 37 years old. I've had 3 babies, all C-sections. I am in the best shape of my life. And it's not because I finally worked harder, but it's because I finally stopped confusing effort with results. So if you feel like you're that woman who's checking every box, working out 6 days a week, eating healthy, always moving, always busy, and you're still hiding behind towels at the pool, still sucking in for pictures, wondering why your body doesn't match your effort, I need you to hear this. You probably don't need more discipline. What you need is not another workout. You need someone who's willing to tell you what you can't see, because that changed everything. I wasn't lacking discipline or effort. I was lacking direction.